Hey everybody, Mr. Ash here. Sorry I can't be with you today, but we are going to try to continue on with our simulation. And remember, I will be there to clarify things on Wednesday, so hopefully if things don't pan out perfectly for your group, I can try and get you through today. Get as far into this video as you can though, as we will need to get as far as we can in the game. All right, so today is what I call equipment and supply day. So first thing you're going to do is with your group members, decide as a group who will carry what supplies with them. Think through this, because you can share supplies with your group members. So if somebody in my regiment has something that I need later on, they can give it to me if needed. Remember, group members must carry their own food with you. You must carry your provisions, your weapons. Those are 10 pounds each, so a total of 20 pounds. An extra uniform, which is 7 pounds. And you can carry as many pounds of ammunition as you want, 1 pound increments, and to keep going. So you will carry a total of at least 28 pounds with you at all times. Now remember, you can carry your strength times 10 with you at all times. If you go over that, your strength times 10, you need to lower your stamina by 1 point. Okay. The list of supplies is available on the next page and on page 25 in your packet as well. Let me give you an example here. So say I have to carry my food, my rations, that's 10 pounds. My weapon, that's 10 pounds as well. An extra uniform, that's 4 pounds. I said 7 on the last slide, excuse me, that's 4 pounds. And ammunition, 1 pound increments. So I have to carry at least 25 pounds. If I have a strength rating of 3, I can carry up to 30 pounds. So maybe I can carry another cotton blanket and a rubber blanket and a sewing kit. That would be my 5 extra pounds. So I want to get to 30 because that's the most I can carry. Okay? If you have somebody with a strength of 5, they can carry up to 50 pounds. They can take a lot of stuff with them. Okay? So plan out who is carrying what. Remember, I may not need 2 sewing kits in my group, but it'd be nice for somebody to have 1 of them. Same with all of these things. Water for your purification, soap and towel, all of those things. It'd be nice for somebody in your group to have them. All right, you and your group members should pause this video now and decide who is carrying what. Okay, now it's time for everybody to take a stamina check. After you've paused the video, you've decided who's carrying what. It's time to take a stamina check. Every soldier must roll the dice. If your roll is equal to your stamina score or below your stamina score, you're doing well. Nothing changes. If your roll is higher than your stamina score, you are struggling and must take 1 point off your morale score on page 22 of your packet. That morale score should have been at 4, and you would lower it to 3. Next, your group must decide whether to march on or take a rest. You are trying to catch a train to get to your next battle spot. Pause the video here to make your decision. All right, on the next slides, you will see the consequences for your decision. If you decide to march on, if you decide to take a break, 1 person in your group must roll to see what happens to you. Use this chart to determine what happens next. So if you spin a 1 or 2, you get a few peaceful moments of uninterrupted rest to raise your morale by 1. If you spin a 3 or 4, you barely sit down before you see an officer coming. You jump up and keep marching on. Morale stays the same. If you roll a 5 or a 6, just as you close your eyes, you see someone screaming at you for being lazy and a good-for-nothing soldier. You jump up and the captain bellows and threatens to report your unit. Subtract 1 morale point for everyone in your unit. If you decide to march on, you arrive at the train station to catch a train just in time, but realize that the train won't be there for another 6 hours. When the train finally arrives, you are loaded and packed into boxcars. The boxcar doors are left wide open to allow for some air, and you begin to ride the train to your capital city, Washington, D.C. for the Union, and for the Confederates, that's Richmond, Virginia. All right, part 2. Once you got to the city, you are camping outside of it. Your regiment commander privately informs you while you're setting up camp that you will begin to march towards the enemy lines before dawn. This precautionary way of communicating ensures the exact number of soldiers who will be heading out of camp is kept secret. After all, spies are around on both sides, making it difficult to keep troop movements a secret from the enemy. That night, you sit around the campfire with other soldiers in your unit. Many of the soldiers are either playing cards or writing letters home by firelight. Another soldier takes out a harmonica and begins to play a song. It's almost mealtime. To help prepare the meal, you must assign 2 soldiers from your unit to hike 3 miles to a stream to get water for washing up and making soup. Select 2 of your soldiers to go fetch the water to prepare the meal. Pause here to pick your 2 soldiers. The soldiers that are fetching water must take a strength roll. If both soldiers roll their strength number or lower, they bring back enough water and everyone is just fine. If either soldier, though, rolls higher than their strength number, they fail to bring back the water necessary and the unit must lower their morale by 1. Some of your morale is really taking a hit today. All right, one final roll here. You've been eating rations for a long time. Are your rations keeping you healthy? Every soldier must now take a health roll. If your roll is less than or equal to your health score, you're doing just fine. You're healthy. If your roll is greater than your health score, roll again and match the number to the disease table. It's on the second to last page of your packet. That way you can see what ailment you may be struggling from. If it's a 1 or a 2, you've got dysentery, and it tells you exactly what to do on the disease table. 3 or a 4, you've got typhoid fever. And 5 or a 6, you've got what they called camp itch. Combination of heat, rashes, and parasites. You are plagued with horrible itching. Okay, and again, instructions for what to do are on the disease table. Journal about what happened to you today on Google Classroom once you've completed this entire video with your group. Thank you, and have a great day. Once you've completed the journal, you may have a little bit of free time to complete your Real Care Baby assignment, any other assignment, and when that is all done, then and only then can you have true free time to play a game on your computer or with the materials I have laying out on the back counter. Please return your dice to your teacher and have a great day, and be good people.